What's up, SSM? I'm Martin, and this is Ministry Card. We're here with the one, the only, Wes Holloman.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, Wes, thanks for coming on.
Hey, no problem. Thanks for inviting me.
No problem. So, I gotta admit, this is really cool for me. You're the grandfather of every video series we end up putting out, so thank you much.
I appreciate it.
So, besides that stuff with youth and that was in the past, what do you do now? Just give us a little synopsis or rundown of what Wes Holloman does here at Sagemont on Sundays.
Sure. So my job here is a fancy title called the iConnect Minister.
Okay.
Essentially what I do is that there's an umbrella that I oversee, which is children, students, young adults, senior adults, women's, men's, and precept. So anything that kind of fits under that, if there's any Bible study that happens, that's my job. That's my role.
That's the entire church.
Well, it's pretty big.
Yeah.
But the great thing is that we have people like in student ministry that have a group of people that work with students, a group of people that work with children. So it's not like I have to do all of those things. I get to work with everybody and to do the work of the ministry, which is really, really cool.
Okay, awesome. Did you play video games as a kid at all?
I did.
Well,
Miss Pac-Man. Oh, Centipede.
Centipede, that was the
Pong.
game. Pong.
Pitfall.
Get a nice, Pitfall, that one.
It was terrible.
That one's brutal. I've played Pitfall before. That was really hard.
I had Atari. That was my
Atari.
Game system of choice. You ever heard of Atari?
We've been really spread out so far, Matt. We've had like the Commodore and the Atari and Sega. Yeah, it's like we've been all over the place with the consoles. Eventually, I'm gonna bring someone on that likes Sony, but we'll see. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and play card here.
And I'm really terrible.
Don't worry, there's no way you can be worse than David Gentiles.
Oh, that's good.
So he was pretty terrible. And also, someone still stole my memory card, so I can't play as Toad. So I'm gonna play as Bowser right now. Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be fine.
Don't laugh.
I'm not gonna laugh. They may laugh. I'm not. Oh gosh, I did a terrible start.
Oh. Now what?
You're right.
I'm officially in last place. Now I'm going backwards. Hold
No.
on.
No, eighth is last place. Now you're in last place.
I accepted Christ at 10 o'clock. At 10
o'clock.
years old, but probably 15 years old was when I really started living for Him.
Okay.
So, but my life changed at 10 years old. I really do believe at that point I did make a decision.
Yeah.
But learning and showing how to share my faith and show my faith to others was probably 10th grade.
Awesome. So next I want to address, are you familiar of the many myths and legends surrounding Wes Holloman?
No.
So you are the only person I'd say that probably has more mystique surrounding their name. It's probably this guy that just leads sometimes in the youth called Dan Fortson, but we don't talk about him much.
Ooh, I wish I had itch your room for Dan Fortson.
We did itch your room for Dan Fortson. I promise, that was the second itch.
Was it a terrible, did he clean his room?
He cleaned it. Actually, they were renovating that day, so the carpet was all torn up. He told me that he said when you did it back in the day, his room was pretty rough the time that you went.
It was by far the worst, nastiest room I've ever been in my entire life. I really had to take a shower after I got, because you get in the sheets.
In the bed, yeah. No, I'm familiar. We follow the formula.
And literally, I walked out of there and I said, I gotta take a shower. That's how bad it was. Dan Fortson was nasty. His tub had so much grime and nastiness in it. It had a hole in it. He had a hole in his tub.
That you were at one point in time in the selection to become the Red Ranger for the Mighty Morphin for the Blue Ranger.
The Blue Ranger.
Okay, so that is true then if you corrected the color.
That is true.
So how did that even start to become a thing? Like, you were almost a Power Ranger. How'd you go about that?
So I traveled to Dallas, and you either had to dance or do some sort of acrobatic type stuff, or karate, because
Right.
Hello, Power Rangers, karate.
Yeah.
So So I went down there, and first round was just to kind of see who you are, what you look like. I passed the first round. Second round, I had to go and had to do like your special talent or whatever. So I did my back handspring. And they were like, oh, good. So made it to the third round. So then I got down there and they started asking questions. And I started doing, I was doing really well on the questions. Then all of a sudden they said, I want you to do some kicks, like karate kicks. Well, instead of doing a karate kick, I did a high kick.
Ooh.
Because I didn't know what they were asking me to do.
Right.
And they looked at me and went, "Thank you," and let me go. My dream of being the blue Power Ranger died that day.
We had a bit of I feel like we had really good discussion. Maybe didn't have the best race ever. It's a little bit rough, but it's okay. God blessed you profusely in a whole lot of other ways, so that's fine.
Not gaming.
But that's okay. I got that one. But we never want people to leave feeling like they didn't accomplish anything. So even though you didn't get a nice shiny gold trophy like myself, I want to go ahead and name you the best backup dancer of Ministry Kart in history.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. I appreciate you too.
My little thing
Good.
right there.
You want to do a little something for the things, like maybe moonwalk out of the shot or something
Ooh,
like
I
that?
can
Do that.
Here we go, ready? Oh, I'm just trying to step with you.
Bye.